Living in the Eastern Bloc feels a lot like being a winged insect dropped in the middle of a highway where there is no speed limit. A place of fast-paced human horrors in which no one thinks they can make it, regardless of what one's definition of making it is. It feels both strange and oddly familiar, like grabbing a handful of cigarettes and instant coffee for every single breakfast, complementing an already sore throat from that cold you kept ignoring, knowing damn well that it will turn into pneumonia one day, but not having the strength to think so far ahead, focusing on how to make it through. How to make it through the day so you get to drink yourself to sleep one more time. Like having a fridge full of food while sitting half naked on the cold floor with the door open, sipping from a milk jug for dinner because you don't see the point of it all. Like loading up on expensive booze and calling people over, only to cancel a short time after. You have to drink a martini bottle on the bathroom floor when Friday nights roll around, but that's okay. We all know what happens if you don't. You explode, completely lose your shit. The next unsuspecting insect trying to talk to you. Most already understand. Hey, try to explain that to someone. Or like driving a bucket of bolts that's almost as old as you are, with a check engine light that's been mocking you for months. But that still failed to stop you from turning into an absolute maniac whenever you get behind the wheel, hoping for a fatal crash before having to patch up the damage done, always on the lookout for the cops, praying the temperature doesn't spike, go haywire, running on bootleg diesel fuels. It's a fertile breeding ground for addiction, all those divergent minds you hear so much about. I don't know what it is, the cold field, the violence, the car crashes and gunshots, the ones rotting away, both at home and in the ground. It's just too much to handle sometimes, way too much for any single person to shoulder. Most can take it as long as they are absent of mind, and as long as they still have new things to try when reality creeps in. They push it back with new creative ways to pollute themselves. It only becomes unbearable when there are no more new things to try. Paradoxically, that's when the world expands and becomes too good to handle. When the first outer cracks appear and you start to visibly crumble. The world starts telling you that you're the only problem and that you gotta get your shit straight. Remembering everything did nothing but break me. Again, looking back, I can't recall a single moment in which I haven't felt beyond repair. Good news is, I don't do it often. Looking back, that is. Sure does offer perspective from time to time. Apparently, the only true aliens here are the ones who seem as having eyes to see. They see too much and begin longing for those type of meds that knock you out, stop you from feeling anything. You know, the ones Westerners keep complaining about. I wish things were different, but that doesn't help much when you don't know what different is, or how to get there, or if it would even matter when you're already broken and broke. Guess the only thing left to go back to is fantasy, the ones depicting the future at least, because superheroes don't exist, never have, and who in their right mind would want to look back at history? We have to stick together here. Don't worry, I got your back. When I finally find out how many nights you have to chain smoke yourself to sleep in order to not wake up anymore, I'll get right back to you, I promise. Currently, I'm still working on this roadmap for not disappointing orbitals, the ones that for some reason or another keep hanging around. Did I mention that this roadmap also comes with the added bonus of not having to go to work anymore? When this masterpiece is finished, it will be properly laid out like an internet fitness plan. Schedule reminders, before and after pictures that display the results in order to let you rest assured you're getting your money's worth. Until then, we're all in this together. Here where everything around feels hostile to life, in a place no living human was ever supposed to be, like dropping off the map in a video game, stuck in the wall of a partially rendered liminal space. If these walls could talk, they would still say nothing. No one goes to the hospital, no one calls the cops, no one votes anymore. We don't need it. Things like this just complicate life more than it needs to be. And the general consensus after decades of empirical data is that they are not to be trusted. Death traps and stormtroopers. Who in their right mind would want this? We can ruin our own lives just fine, thank you. Once upon a time our parents still had a glimmer of hope in their eyes, the kind that fueled waves of revolutions, attempted reforms. Now the sinister loop of history is back at it again, and we will be having none of it. No, apathy is not the answer, in the classical sense of the word at least, but sometimes the only winning move is not to play. Just like we are well aware that no amount of hedonic practices will ever fix anyone, but who the hell cares? We are way beyond fixing. Might as well go out with a bang, a smile on our face. Chemically induced or not, doesn't matter. No one can tell the difference here. Welcome home, friends. It's been a while since you left. Sorry it didn't turn out the way you imagined out there. Yeah, a lot happened here too, and I guess it shows. But I'm not going to tell you about any of it. The kindest thing I can actually offer you right now is silence. Sorry, it's just the way things are now. It's time for this Martian to go to sleep, and if he's lucky, he'll go out thinking of all of you having a big forever party underneath the night sky, followed by not waking up in the morning.